Our next step is step 3, which is to create an image layout. To do that, we'll go to the page beyond the wall. So here's the wall, and we want to go to the persona page. So this is a blank text page that we created in step 1. You'll notice the HTML editor and this blue sprocket. This essentially allows us to select a widget, and the widget that we want, everything is in alphabetical order. The widget that we want is image layout. So we'll select that, and that brings up the widget. Most widgets work the same. They have a similar interface. So this allows us to add items, delete items, reorder items. And then we have specific for each item, we have some fields that we have to fill in. We also, down below, we can navigate. Once we've created an item, we'll see 1 of 2, 1 of 3, and we can navigate that way. Let's bring in our first image. So we're on item 1. We'll click on the image component here. And our first image will be persona 1. We'll go ahead and add that. Now here's a really critical point. We have to give this image an ID, and the ID that we're going to give it is persona 1. That's really important, and it's all lowercase, and everything is run together here. The 1, there's no space between the A and the 1. And you place it in ID, not image caption. You would use image captions if you were actually going to display a number of images to the learner, but here we're just using this widget to serve as an image bank. It's and then we'll be able to swap this image with the placeholder in our interface. Now to add an image, we'll click on the plus. Again, click on the image, and now we'll pick our expert here. And it doesn't matter what the file is called. It matters what the ID is called. So this will be persona 2. You'll notice that you can move backwards and forwards between the images here. We could, if you needed to delete an image, you could do that here. If you needed to add a third image, you could do that. You can reorder the images, but it's not going to be important to reorder the images. This is just simply an image bank. We also have various layout functions here. We have different choices, but we're going to ignore that. We don't need them. We're done. Click on OK, and that places our 2 images on the persona page. And then later we can randomly swap one of these images for the placeholder image, and I'll show you that. So we'll have script later that ends up replacing one of these images. So that concludes, that was a short step. That concludes step 3, creating an image layout. And we'll look forward to seeing you step 4.